Bro, Robbie, I got the jean jacket and the black jeans on. I wore that to class.
Man, all that to just not talk to a single fucking.
Yeah, how many bitches you know, though?
No, not just. I didn't even look at one. Okay.
Yeah, damn right.
I didn't even make eye
Good
contact.
shit, homie. That's what we
Didn't even make eye contact.
Didn't even make eye contact. Damn, she bad.
Classic.
I'm trying to keep as much of my test as fucking possible because we got 250-pound bench going up on Friday.
I saw a good video that there's some guy coming back from spring breaks, final spring break stats.
So fucking funny.
13 damn she's bad. 14 eye contacts, 0 women talk to.
There ain't no pausing, baby. It's all played.
This is gonna be an out of pocket episode.
Can
we start off with the disclaimer for our viewers
For
out
our
there?
fucking mothers, be like, hey,
Everyone, welcome to the Bros and the Berg. I'm not going to do the full intro, but this is your disclaimer that this is going to be an out-of-pocket episode. So if your name is Sherry or Julie,
please
might want to hop off the stream.
The stream.
That just means they're going to keep listening. That just means they're going to keep listening.
Big time.
So, we also got to put together a parlay here soon, my guy. You better hurry the hell
now.
up.
Okay, I'm off.
I'm going to off you.
Yeah, you're off the podcast.
Yeah, well, you're done.
Right.
No, don't leave.
Hey, that chick messaged me.
She said, damn, you got some thick nuts for a dude.
What? What? Bro, that's going in. That is staying in.
Yo, them things staying. You know what I mean?
Those things swinging, if you will.
Can we
staying.
do a podcast right now?
I don't know if we're in shape to do this podcast. There might not be a lot of sports discussed.
The problem is also
Robbie, you and I are in shape. I'll tell you what.
Okay, someone intro this, and then we can talk.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to this installment of the Bros and the Berg podcast. I'm Brian Doyle. I'm here with my producer, Connor Doyle, and the co-star, Robbie Bergstone. We thank you again for tuning in for another episode, wherever you are catching this podcast, whether it be on Spotify, YouTube, and or our favorite Google Podcast.
Jeez.
I'm going to download Google Podcasts just to see what it's like. Does it
This
actually
is a weekly
exist? Or is it
thing.
a fake? Is it a fake podcast thing? I've never heard of anyone using this. I'm not sure that
ever since I heard that Google Podcast existed, I'm shouting them out exclusively, just because I feel like it's very important.
I want us to get an exclusive deal that Google Podcasts is the official home of the Bros and the Berg podcast. You know, people get Spotify deals.
No, absolutely.
We're a Google podcast.
We'd make absolutely no money. Absolutely.
We don't make money now.
Yeah, no, I know, but
more money with that than we do now.
If we were getting a brand deal with Google, then what I was doing something. Yeah.
All right, so what are we getting started with this week, gentlemen? And full disclaimer before we get into this podcast, Connor is a little bit out of pocket this week. He's just got something going on in his personal life, so he's saying some wild things.
We had already cut off 15 minutes of the podcast just because Connor couldn't stop saying inappropriate stuff for the podcast. So,
and I edit these too, and I just didn't want to put that many bleeps in, so it was kind of it was an obscene amount of obscenities, to be completely honest.
He just said cut. You know.
Do you guys want to hear about the easiest sports trivia of all time that I went to last night? It wasn't just sports trivia, but the reason we didn't record last night is because I went to trivia with some friends from work, and there were 3 sports questions in the entire trivia. It's general trivia, so there's a lot going on. I was not any help other than the sports trivia because I'm a sports podcast host. I can't be helped anywhere else.
Oh yeah,
but
of course.
The first question. Let's see if y'all can get these.
Okay.
What NBA head coach recently set the record for most wins in a career?
Popovich.
Greg Popovich.
Tough, right? What 2 states is spring training held in?
Arizona
I don't know.
and I believe Florida.
Correct.
Okay.
And then I see you guys the third one of can you name 4 of the top 10 all-time in Pro Bowl selections, like the most Pro Bowl selections?
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked Vinatieri wasn't there. That was my guess that was wrong for those
listening
who didn't hear the story. I really thought he would have had some. He wasn't even the top 25.
Yeah, how many did Vinatieri
have? I don't know. He played for so long and was such a good kicker. I imagine that he had to have had some, but
wild.
Is he the most all-time kicker? Like Pro Bowl
he has the most points in NFL history.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, so probably.
Oh, did you?
Oh, did you know that?
Yeah, I did know that, Ryan.
I don't think you knew that.
You knew that.
Sounds kind of out of pocket, but
God, I'm about to say some things. I'm about
some
to.
things.
Some things. Ryan's thanks be thinking if you.
Yo.
Hey, yo.
Rob, I have a proposal for the gentleman here and for all of our gambling aficionados out there. It is currently 6 p.m. Central Time on March 30th, and we have a nice slate of NBA games this evening. Unfortunately, the Mavericks Nuggets Magic games have already tipped, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other games that we can bet on. So what I'm going to do is bet on every single one of those on a parlay right now.
Good God.
Every single one.
Do I get to hop in?
Yes,
Ryan, you don't have any money. You have no money. Actually, you do after the tax rebate. You actually do have money.
We're still gambling with my money because it's the money that's already in my account. Like this is my money.
Hey, I made money. I won my first parlay ever the other day.
Everyone, big claps for Connor.
He
won his first bet. He's now positive in the NCAA tournament.
See, I don't make straight bets because that's too easy.
No. It was a 2-leg parlay. It was a 2-leg.
It was a 2-leg parlay.
Go crazy, King.
Hey, I got 26 bucks out of it. I put in
a 6-leg hockey parlay the other night. It only missed by 1 leg, though.
That's actually kind of nuts.
We're an anti-Vancouver Canucks
can't stand them.
Apparently, the Canadian teams really screw me over every time. I really need to stop gambling on Canadian teams.
How many Canadian hockey teams are there in the NHL?
You have the Oilers, the Flames, the Canadians, the Senators, the Jets.
It's already more than I thought.
I think 6. I think 6 sounds right.
Yeah, see, that is why Robbie is the
NHL expert
on the show.
I spent 2 different nights this week just watching hockey and gambling.
If you held a gun to my head, I think I would have been able to name 4 of those.
I know the Dallas
Stars. 5. There you go. Stars are in the playoff hunt.
There are 7 Canadian teams we're missing.
What'd you miss? Did you say the Maple Leafs?
We did say the Leafs.
The one that I
said the Jets, the Winnipeg Jets.
Yep.
Calgary.
Vancouver, Calgary,
isn't there an Ottawa one?
Winnipeg, Montreal.
Is there an Ottawa one?
I said the Senators.
Yeah.
I think we just forgot to mention the Canucks, even though I was talking about them.
No, you said the Canucks. Oh, you meant when we listed them off.
Yeah, when we listed them off. Because it's the Canadians, Flames, Leafs, Oilers, Canucks, Jets, and the Senators.
So do we want to put this bet in, or are we going to actually talk about sports?
No, I think it's a good way for us to break down the NBA too. Kind of go through some up-to-date NBA.
And as of the moment, just because I saw this on social media, as of the moment, the Lakers are not in the even in the play-in picture. So that's that poverty franchise if I've ever seen one.
Got 4 Hall of Famers currently on that roster.
Yeah,
have more.
LeBron, Westbrook, AD,
Melo. They still have Dwight Howard, don't they?
No.
Is Rondo still on the?
No,
Lakers?
Rondo's not there anymore.
I'm not saying Rondo's number 1 first ballot, but he's definitely fringe.
Yeah, he's fringe.
Do you think AD is a Hall of Famer already?
Yeah.
Yes. He'll get in off fucking name alone. He's
true.
overrated as shit, but
whoa. Oh, we already
had
He's just injured a lot. He's not bad. He's just injured a lot.
We tolerate AD slander on this pod.
Oh, okay.
Anthony Street Clothes Davis. That's his name. Legally given.
That's pretty good.
By Sir Charles Barkley.
Sir.
I love Chuck. Anyways, all right. So I'm going in order. Robbie,
are we starting? Are we starting with the Heat Celtics game? That's the first one I have.
Absolutely what I'm starting with.
Beautiful. All right.
Now this is for our NBA fans out there. As you know, the Heat have been at the top of the East all season, and the Celtics have really gone on a massive tear these last 15 games, and they are separated by, I believe, 1 game right now.
But the Celtics just lost Robert Williams for the year.
Yes.
Their starting centerpiece of their defense, which had been carrying them through this stretch. They had the number 1 defense in the NBA.
Yep.
And they just lost their best interior defender.
Yep. So Vegas might not have accounted for that. So with that being said, I'm taking the Heat to cover.
plus 5.
Also tempted to take the over on that at 213.
Keep in mind that the Celtics started out, as Ryan said, the Celtics started out 11-12 at the beginning of the season and have managed to be. Are they third in the East? Or are they in the East?
They are top. Like the top 4 seeds are within like a game and a half.
Yeah, they took first place for like a couple of days.
Yeah.
They jumped all the way into first.
So that's crazy.
Ryan, which one do you feel? We'll put one in per game. So how do we? Well, I feel more confident about the Heat plus 5. Me personally.
I'm good for that.
So
I'm throwing a tenner on this, by the way, just because you know.
All right, I'll also throw 10. Connie,
so no, not at all. Not even a little bit.
Yeah,
right, so
come on now.
Me and Ryan will be putting 20 down on this.
Yeah.
Total.
The end, like betting 6 games on the NFL. For some reason, I feel way more comfortable about betting 6 games on the NFL than 6 games in the NBA.
It's still harder than you would think about.
No, I agree.
Games. We're built diff. We got this.
But the NBA, I have no confidence.
The game that I absolutely hate, the Knicks and the Hornets, is what I have up next.
That's abysmal.
Mellow triple double bet.
What are the odds?
Jeez.
Is that the next game you have, Ryan? I have the Wolves and Raptors.
You're the one putting it in. Let's go off.
All right, so we got the Timberwolves and Raptors. Anyone got any interesting tidbits about the Wolves and the Raptors at this point in the season? Anyone?
Karl-Anthony Towns is playing good ball and has not been hurt very much this season.
Yeah.
3-point shooting contest champion.
Yes.
Towns. To you.
Raptors are a lot better than people thought they would be without a big star.
Yeah, Siakam's been playing really well. Yeah. Who's their rookie that's playing really well? Scotty Barnes.
He's a defensive maniac.
Yeah.
The Timberwolves are finally playing up to expectations. They've been underachieving for God as long as Kevin Love has left.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, they finally shipped off Wiggins, and that seemed to help. So.
Yeah.
Wiggins hasn't been bad though.
But he just didn't clearly didn't want to be in Minnesota.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, he's also never played because everyone knows. Oh, he's the next Kobe. It's like he's never played as the number 1 pick that he was supposed to be.
And he's not a number 1 option now. He's just a very good.
He's a very good role player. Yeah, and very good.
Yeah. Ryan, do you want to take something on the game here? Do you want to take a player prop? How we feel?
I was
take something with LaMelo, honestly.
Well, no, we're on the Raptors.
Excuse me. Take something with Cat. Cat will absolutely.
Yeah, what do we got cat wise? What's his
you want to do it? We want to do a Siakam and Towns 25 plus points for plus 300.
Wait, they combine? They have to get 25, or each has to get 25?
Each 23 game. I don't love that bet.
Yeah, I don't
each
love
of them
that
do
either.
Really. Okay.
Towns is 24.5. Siakam's 22.5. Excuse me.
Ooh, yeah, I wouldn't love that.
So Cat is 22.5 is what his over under is set at, and Siakam is 23.5. So right on their season averages.
What is Towns' rebound? I like rebound ones. Those are always fun too.
They're not. There's one you can get both of them at 10 plus rebounds for plus 300 as well.
Cat, I would trust. I wouldn't trust Siakam to grab 10 plus.
Siakam's over 8.5. Towns is 9.5.
I think the Cat. I think the Cat 9.5.
Think Cat hits the double double? He's gonna.
I think Cat hits double double.
Okay, let's go. Over 9.5 rebounds for Karl-Anthony Towns.
I think Cat easily gets like 20 and 10.
Yeah, right. I like that. God, this is surgical. This is why you tune in the podcast.
Even though we're gonna get all these wrong, but you know.
And even though you're not listening to this live, obviously, so this bet does nothing for you. Like this is not us helping our listeners at all.
This is gambling advice.
No,
this is not gambling.
This is not gambling.
Absolutely not.
Well, Robbie, you keep pitching the idea, and we should get it in the comments or whatever. You know, Robbie would love to have a stream at some point. I know that you've said a few times, so maybe we can get that going. Maybe you can see the general interest.
People want to see our great Rocket League play.
Mm-hmm.
Like absolutely. I know, I've heard from fans that's what they want to hear.
Yeah, who specifically? What specific?
I played with my good friend Riley Mead last night.
Oh,
and he said he's going to be listening to the podcast and
shout out Riley
and wants to get in on the gameplay. Johnson.
Jeez.
1v3, 3 of us versus Riley.
We get dubbed on. Yeah, that's nuts. Don't love that. All right, next game, Hornets Knicks.
Yeah, well, what are we betting on LaMelo for?
Points.
I love that.
So you can get him at 30 plus points for plus 475.
Oh no, you hate that. Yeah.
His over under set at 21.5.
Under. I take the under on that.
Against the Knicks.
Yeah. I think he literally might be at like 21 or 22.
When the bet is so obvious, you take the other one.
Hold on. Let me emphasize. Against the Knicks.
The New York Knicks.
He averages
the Knickerbockers.
He averages 20 points a game. You know, I feel it's in New York.
Scary Terry 5+ threes.
No. Ew.
No shot.
Horrid
Zero
bet.
chance. Under.
Yeah.
That was just a prop. You can't bet under it.
Give me LaMelo and McCall Bridge, or is it Miles or McCall? I always forget.
Miles.
Give me LaMelo and Miles both hitting 2+ threes.
We could get LaMelo triple-double odds at plus 1,300.
No.
No.
Zero chance. I'm not putting that on an 18 parlay.
Yeah.
Robbie wants to.
I really want to. Fine, I'll make my LaMelo triple-double bet without you. I don't
Okay.
Jeez. Hey, Ryan, to be fair, you're talking to the man who got the Super Bowl score exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could take LaMelo no double-double.
That's not a bad bet.
I like that actually.
Minus 285. Not great odds, but
yeah, but he could get that's bad. No, because he can get like 10 and 10, 10, 10.
He can get him at plus 195.
Here's what I think LaMelo's stat line is going to be. I think it's 1 second. Here's what I think LaMelo's stat line is going to be. I think it's going to be 16 or 17 points, 10 assists, and like 4 boards.
So while Ryan's looking through some bets, let's actually discuss the basketball in this game.
What's that?
The Knicks most disappointing team in the NBA? I mean, have to be up there, right?
I don't know if they're the most disappointing.
They look like an Eastern Conference contender last year.
No, the Lakers are the most disappointing team in the NBA.
That's probably fair. Eastern Conference.
Eastern Conference? Maybe
the
Nets?
It's Julius Randle and a bunch of bums.
But they took the team, they took the Hawks, who had a good run in the playoffs, to 7 games last year. Yep. And looked like they were going to turn a corner and be a top,
and that was with Randall playing like shit.
He was playing horridly.
But they look like they were going to consistently be a top 4 or 5 team in the East for a while because all their pieces are young. Randall's, I guess he's getting up there now, but he's not tremendously old. You have RJ Barrett, who's been playing much better this year, who's really finding his way. I mean, they have some pieces, they haven't seemed like they put it together this year.
Sure, I agree.
And then you have a team, the Hornets, who's probably a little ahead of schedule.
Yes,
they're still on the fringe of making the playoffs, but they've looked much better this year than they have in the past.
Yeah, and if the playoffs started today, they draw the first round matchup with the Nets.
Yeah,
or the play-in game with the Nets.
And LaMelo is becoming a legit star. The dude, I think people were concerned that he wasn't going to be able to do it when he got to the NBA, but he's actually playing really well and is the face of the franchise. So.
Also, I want to shout out Julius Randle because as good as he was last year, he's dropped a few points in terms of averaging, but he's averaging almost the exact same numbers as last year, and he's not getting recognized for it at all.
20, 10, and 5, which are all-star numbers.
Yeah.
Could we take the LaMelo over 2.5 turnovers?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a huge.
Why wasn't that the first one set?
minus 155, so not bad.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, locked in.
He's the point guard. What?
Excellent. On to the 7 o'clock.
I love how enthusiastically we're like, oh,
everyone was hell yeah. We have the Atlanta Hawks and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Now, this is an interesting line. Hawks by 13.
What?
In OKC as well.
That I would take the cover. What?
You want a Thunder cover?
Yeah.
So I was actually at the last game that the Hawks and Thunder played because they played it in Atlanta, and I was there. And I got burned by the Hawks betting them to cover. So I am on board with the Thunder cover.
So last time they played, Hawks won 113-101 over Atlanta back in November.
I think Atlanta wins by 11 tonight.
Yeah. I think I bet on Atlanta to cover 14 last time, and they did not do that. Yeah.
So, and reading into the stats a little bit, 8 of the 12 players who played for the Thunder in that game are injured or no longer with the Thunder.
Yeah, I like the Thunder cover here.
I think they're very hurt, but that's what I'm worried.
What other is anything for Trey?
You said it was 113-101.
Mm-hmm.
So
224. Or 214. I can't do math.
The over-under is 229.5.
I feel like that's high.
I feel like that's high as well. That's why I said, especially
Yeah,
you saying that the
I
Thunder
take
is
the
hurt.
under. I take
I'm thinking the under. I'm thinking the
agree.
under. All right.
I like the under.
Locked in the under.
The line has moved a ton. It opened at -10 and it's moved all the way up to +13. You have a lot of people putting money on the Thunder to cover, so it's not going to.
All right. Next up, we have two of the worst teams in the National Basketball Association: the Sacramento Kings and the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, this could be a player Johnson.
Absolute slugfest in this.
I feel like I have to say this because I saw Paul George come back yesterday. By the way, an incredible comeback yesterday. But I was like, I've been so out of loop, other than like the Mavs and the Lakers. I've been so out of loop with the NBA. I was like, I completely forgot that Kawhi Leonard and Paul George have been out for so long. I completely forgot about that.
I think the rest of the NBA has too, and I think the Clippers are going to be a little scary.
I think they will be very spooky.
I literally looked up. I was like, I forgot where Kawhi went. I was like, where the hell is Kawhi Leonard? And he was like,
what
he had
is
a partial.
He doing?
Yeah.
Robbie, can I get some prop bets on my man Jalen Green? Because I feel like he's going to have himself a day against this really shitty Kings defense.
Points are set at 21.5.
That is so damn high for a man averaging less than 19.
Okay, what is Davion Mitchell's points per game?
Hold on. I'm going to keep it a buck. Who does he play for?
The Kings, the Kings, I believe. He's from Baylor.
20. That's minutes. 11.
You sure you're looking at the right guy?
Davion Mitchell, number 15 point guard.
Because they have his over-under set at 21.5.
That's got to be a mistake.
That's why I asked you to look it up. I was like, that doesn't seem right.
Like -110 odds on that?
Yeah, but you get -110 for him to go under 21.5. Has he been like playing really well lately? Oh, okay. So I mean, his last 4 games, he's been over 20 points every game. But I don't know, man. Is someone hurt that he's getting more minutes?
Fox isn't starting.
There you go.
That's what it is.
They almost got us. Look at the research by the fellows. That's insane. Is De'Aaron Fox back tonight?
Nope.
Big yikes. Let's see. He's gone in the games where he's getting starter minutes. He's gone over 3 of them, but the last one he went under. He had 21 last game against the Miami Heat.
He's matched up with Kevin Porter.
How about some Dante DiVincenzo threes?
Holy degeneracy betting right there.
2.5?
I don't love it.
DiVincenzo, he went to Nova, right?
We got like 7 minutes to get these locked in.
Speaking of the March Madness, I mean Dante DiVincenzo.
Connor, we gotta focus. We got focus.
Bruh. This is a podcast. It's not just a gambling thing.
We're on a time frame.
Yeah.
230 is the over/under.
I don't feel great. I feel like that could go either way. I don't think either of them are good at defense.
A lot of money's been going on the under.
No, Ryan, let's go back. You initially said that your boy Jalen Green is going to have a big night.
Yeah,
let's just go Jalen Green over.
Okay.
Easy. Let's go with our first thought. I just got a warning on DraftKings. I've been gambling too long. All right.
Anyways.
Memphis Grizzlies and San Antonio Spurs.
Grizzlies cover 5. They've been unstoppable.
I agree. The Phoenix Suns and the Golden State Warriors.
Are people still hurt?
That's a tough ass game.
Clay's back.
Okay. They're on a 3-game losing streak. The Warriors are.
Doesn't that 222 for an over/under? Does that feel low? I guess is Booker out still? And Chris Paul's still out. That's probably why I think Booker is still out. Okay, never. That's not. No, Booker's playing. 222.
That seems low.
Over. So we're taking our first thought on it, fellas.
Yep, love it.
All right.
Also, Pelicans. I think Pelicans do not cover 14.5.
All right. Our final odds are plus 13,648. Lob 20 on that to win it. $2,749.
Can't wait to split that with you, Robbie.
That would be lovely.
Oh.
That's crazy.
All right, we're locked in.
Excellent. Thank you for bearing with us on this.
Yeah, that took way longer than I expected, but we're still out here. All right, so actual sports talk. Final Four. Probably the biggest college basketball game ever, maybe. I mean, I think you could say that. Carolina Duke in the Final Four, possibly Coach K's last game, for sure Coach K's final NCAA tournament run.
And for all the craziness that happened in this year's bracket, it's a relatively chalk. I mean, obviously Carolina was an 8, but they were not playing like an 8 seed towards the back end of the season.
It's a blue bloods Final Four. That's all it is.
Very much so.
The teams that are regularly in the Final Four are there again.
Yep.
But I think Kansas Villanova is going to be a great game.
Yep.
But Carolina Duke in the Final Four, never met in the NCAA tournament before.
That is, if ESPN could write it, that's what they would have done. Essentially, I mean, that's how they would have that side of the bracket ending up as. And
I am going to hammer the Duke money line because there's no way they don't have this thing set up.
They got embarrassed in Cameron.
They got embarrassed, and there's no way the NCAA doesn't have this thing set up for Coach K to win it all. Basketball is rigged.
Oh yeah.
Right, so with that, who comes out of Nova, Kansas?
I think Kansas. Nova lost that one player. I mean, They've been up and down this year. Kansas, I think, has been a little more consistent. I would not be surprised to see similar to the Miami game, Kansas down at halftime. You see a Jayhawks rally, if you will. But so we got
Kansas. All eyes will be on the Duke game, and then be like, "Oh, who's North Carolina or Duke play?"
Yeah, but I don't know if you can think of a bigger college basketball game in the history of college basketball. That's maybe I'm biased. I'm from North Carolina, but.
I also have to say this March Madness breaking news as of about a half an hour ago. The quote-unquote now former St. Peter's coach has now been named the new head men's basketball coach at Seton Hall. That was already kind of in the talks, but it has been made official.
That was like as soon as they made the Sweet 16, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, he's going to Seton Hall," because they fired their coach like in the middle of the tournament.
Yeah,
and that's where he played. It made sense, but sad for St. Peter's.
The guy.
No. Go back to your alma mater. That's going to have a lot more resources than St. Peter's. I don't think anyone at St. Peter's is going to be too mad at him. An Elite Eight run is pretty good.
You've shown you could coach, and you got through some strong teams. I mean, those teams were all projected to go like Sweet 16.
And don't forget, like St. Peter's wasn't even supposed to make the tournament. No. Like Iona was the favorite to come out of that conference.
Iona's won the last 4 years.
Right.
They beat Bama, by the way. So
who didn't beat Bama? Yeah, who hasn't beat Bama this year?
But suffering and agony.
Iona's one of those teams, like if you saw lists before like conference tournament stuff, like here's the biggest Cinderellas to watch. Like Iona was one of them. Instead, they got replaced by the Peacocks. Peacocks. One of the best runs ever by a double-digit seed, I think is fair to say.
This might be going with my heart, and I understand it, but given that Coach K is, I think, unarguably the best college coach of all time now. I got Duke winning. I got Duke winning the tournament.
No, he's not unarguable.
John Wooden?
Yeah, there's no unargument with that one.
No.
There's two. It's
K and Wooden.
And Wooden.
It's K and
then the tier below is Knight and probably Roy Williams.
Dean Smith. Yeah. Maybe Boeheim.
You will never convince some of the people out of the Wooden is the best college coach of all time.
Yeah, but that's the same thing. That's the same thing as people will never be convinced out of MJ is the best player of all time when LeBron's coming.
There's definitely an argument there for Wooden, not because it was a very different time. I don't think obviously the NCAA tournament wasn't as big as it is now. There's an argument to be made, but I don't think you can say that he's unquestionably the best coach of all time.
Agreed.
No, I can say it, and I will.
Oh yeah, well, the producer is having takes on the podcast.
That's what they come to listen for. Is my horrid, terrible takes.
He's gonna cut out our takes and just leave all of his.
Yeah. I mean, hey, who does the editing? So
well, it's been a very heavy basketball podcast to start off. So I thought we'd transition just a little bit into the soccer.
Heavens.
Tonight, the United States men's team is playing Costa Rica to secure their berth into the World Cup. Their last game they played was against Panama. They won 5-1 in Orlando. Had a great showing in the first half with 4 first-half goals. and looking really strong, which is not something we normally would say about a U.S. soccer team.
The lads have to win or lose by less than 5-0 tonight to make the World Cup. If we lose by more than 5-0, we probably should stop playing soccer as a
forever.
Yeah,
we should just
we should literally stop.
Costa Rica. That's not the shit on Costa Rica. They're pretty good, but like,
I would not be surprised to see us lose tonight. There's absolutely no way.
We actually have never won in Costa Rica.
Robbie, because you said that, I would like to make it. I would like to make a $10 bet on Costa Rica scoring 5-0. No,
you don't want to do that. You make a lot of money if it happens.
Yeah, I know. It'd be nuts.
No, I mean that would be. I mean Trinidad and Tobago 4 years ago was bad, losing to Costa Rica.
Oh my god, I remember that.
By more than that is a shut. We might as well just disband the entire country at that point. I mean, I think we just blow it up and start over.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to shout.
We're still only second in the standings. Canada's ahead of us.
Yeah.
Damn Canadians.
Tied with Mexico though, so that's good.
What you have, Connor? I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying I have to shout out the Oklahoma State men's baseball team. I went to a game a couple days ago, and we beat Kansas. And Kansas is not that good, but the Big 12 is a very good baseball conference this year, and Oklahoma State is near the top. So I got a shout out the boys. I mean they've had a few ups and downs, but they beat Vanderbilt in the first game of the season. Vanderbilt I think was ranked like 3 when we beat them. And so
the SEC is also very good.
Yeah, and so I think it's going to become like a basketball thing where it's the Big 12 and the SEC are both really good. But
Alabama is barely floating above 500 last I saw. But we
have we had a conference game yet?
Yeah. No, we played like 2 series. I think we've won 1 game. I'm pretty sure. I think we're 1-5.
That's tough.
There's a reason why I don't really go to the baseball game.
So we played in Starkville last weekend, and the first 2 games of the series we lost on walk-offs in extra innings. So they're in
and suffering.
They're in games, which is better than a lot of the games I went to when I was there. But
absolutely. So we got soccer. It's great for the United States, and Robbie's coming up on one of his favorite weekends of the year. It started April 7th, Augusta.
And Tiger's going to be back. I'm going to bet so much money on Tiger Woods.
Yeah, I'd love to see some odds on Tiger.
Not actually. I will be putting money down on Tiger, but it's going to be like $3. But
that'll still pay.
Tiger's back. It's Augusta. It's the best golf tournament in the world. One of the best sporting events in the world. We're excited. In terms of who's actually going to win the tournament, I think Jon Rahm has a pretty good chance. He's been playing well. He sets up well for the course. I believe your current world number one as well. So not really a hot pick, but sure. I think Rahm has a pretty good chance. But Tiger.
I just remember something I heard from earlier today, and it actually pissed me off. So I have to say this is a sports related thing. So Colin, it's his name, Cowherd. Is that how you say his name?
Yes.
Yeah. Colin Cowherd today.
His daughter's hot. Anyways.
Colin dumbass, if you will.
Yeah.
Colin Cowherd today made by each division in the NFL made like the quarterback rankings 1 to 4 for each team.
Oh, I'd love to get into that.
He had Carson Wentz over Dak as a better quarterback.
Valid.
There you go.
What do you mean valid? What do you mean valid?
How many Super Bowls has Dak Prescott been to?
No. Oh my God. Is Jimmy G a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers?
Yes.
We don't like Aaron Rodgers.
I know, but like realistically.
You lobbed that up like you didn't know what I was going to say if you asked that question. Yes, Jimmy G is more attractive. And
he's more attractive. We got to do that list at some point too. We got to do the attractive.
We do have to do that list at some point.
No, we should do like an NBA player. That's for a stream. That's for a stream. Is the attractiveness list?
I think the NFL quarterback's attractiveness tier list is like a dog days of summer when there's no sports going on type of beat.
And then I'm accidentally 10 beers deep. And we're
that's definitely gonna be a drunk podcast.
No, that's gonna be the one podcast that we're all in the same place, and Ryan and Robbie are gonna like have their shirts off and be drinking like Coors Light or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna be way too deep in the shandies.
I could go for summer shandy.
Yeah, Robbie and I are like 7% body fat, just absolutely.
There we go.
Our gourds.
Yes, sir.
I intentionally drove to trivia last night, so I wouldn't drink too much.
I did that at Houndstooth the other night when we were playing pool.
Viewers, please give a congratulations to Ryan and Robbie combined. They've lost 40 pounds combined, so we got to give them a little bit of appreciation for that.
In about 3 months, a little under 3 months.
Just
so
that's actually
very
nice.
solid for us.
Very nice, very nice. Proud of you boys. Ryan, you texted me earlier, said that you guys didn't think you got your fat loss percentage measured correctly initially when you started this competition.
There's zero chance. It was
what happened with that?
We just started losing weight. So, there's different ways you can like measure fat loss. You have like the calipers, and you have like you go to 5-Star Nutrition or some of these other like nutritional places. They can do like the body fat percentage scan. Well, like I just had a body fat scale that I got, and it was. I was very overweight and like out of shape when we started, but even so, like that percentage of body fat that it told me that I had was way too high. When I started
a body fat scale only does it by taking essentially your weight and your height, and then it like estimates. And so it's not very accurate at all.
Yeah.
But our friends who are also in this competition, me and Ryan, are much smaller than we are, so they wanted. Obviously it's not fair to say whoever loses the most pounds wins, because Ryan and I have a lot more pounds to lose.
Yep.
So they wanted it to be a percentage, but they didn't want to do that by weight loss. They wanted to do it by fat percentage lost.
Which was fine, but then I just didn't get the correct fat percentage measured at the beginning. So I don't know how we're going to end this competition. Oh my goodness.
Good Lord.
Sorry. Having a strong.
Are you having shandies right now?
Yeah.
What's going on?
So who knows? But I think Robbie and I are leading just in like you said, pure body weight loss at this point. So
yeah.
I'm also going to. So I'm kind of leaning. I have a few questions in my head. I'm kind of leaning away from sports. Robbie, I asked this question to my parents and Ryan the other day. Ryan gave me kind of a fun answer. I want you to give me sort of a fun answer. If you had the memory loss Men in Black pen thingy, and you could use it on whatever, you could even use it on yourself. You could use it on yourself. You could use it on whoever you wanted in the world. What event would you use it on, and like who would you use it on?
I have a couple things I want to say, but I won't.
The dog sniffing your ass?
That'd probably be up there. Yeah, that would definitely be towards the top of the list.
Yo.
Yeah.
What would I want to forget? What I'm trying to think. Like,
it doesn't have to be on you. You can give it. You can like use it on other people too. Because Ryan, you said you would like moon your graduation. And then, like,
that's a great answer. Yeah, that's a really good answer.
Yeah.
That is
my shiny white ass.
Can I like use it on my job so they forget I work there, but then they keep paying me?
That's a good one.
That's not a bad one. Yeah, that's good. That's a
so like they forget that I work there, but I'm still on payroll, so they never notice.
Yeah, but like the people who are running payroll will probably be like, who the hell is Robbie? Why are we paying this dude?
Man, I really hope no one from my job ever listens to this podcast. That would really be.
Or you could find the guy who last won the lottery. He like just won it and like drive and like make him forget it and like steal his ticket.
Take his lottery ticket.
Take his lottery ticket.
That's brutal.
Yeah, honestly.
That's brutal.
I mean, hey, you're just playing the game. Don't need to play the game.
Yeah, I don't have a good answer for that. I think that would be my answer.
Yeah, think on it. I also got to because we very sporadically do this series, Song of the Week. My song of the week, just because I've really gotten back into it, is Headlines by Drake. Big fan.
I feel like the song of the week is always just gonna be a throwback Lil Wayne or Drake song every single time.
Every time, yeah, of course.
Connor, give why is it the song of this week in particular? Just because you've been listening to it more? Or is there a bar that you're really connecting with right now?
No. It's just because I really like the chorus of that song, but also when I came back because I was at home when I came back from spring break when I drove back to Stillwater, I was like, you know what? I've never really I don't usually really fully listen to albums, and being someone who creates music, I probably should do that more.
I love listening all the way through the albums.
So I've been doing that more. So I was like, you know what? So sometimes when I'm on a long drive or whatever, I'll just like think of a random artist I really like and do that. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to listen to a few Drake albums. So I did Nothing Was the Same, which is the one where he's like in the clouds. Take Care, which is the one who's like at the dinner table, whatever. And then what was the other one I listened to?
Take Care is also the one that Headlines is on.
Yeah, Take Care is and I love Headlines and I love Crew Love, which is one with The Weeknd.
You know one thing about Headlines that's great? So like there's a lot of people out there that can go in and rap the verse from Look at Me Now, the really fast one, and like show off. You walk up and you can rap the entire beginning of headlines where Drake is spitting a little bit. Way more of a flex.
Yeah,
way more of a flex than just look at me now. So throw that out there. But
headlines just it's a vibe, but it's also, he's saying things. He's saying things that are resonating with you.
Saying things.
It's just getting there. Yeah, absolutely.
My favorite Drake song is Marvin's Room because I'm sad.
Because wait, y'all put When I Was Your Man in the bottom tier last week because it was sad, and now you're saying that
it was
very
sad.
Big Dookie because sad.
I think I'm correct in this assumption, but I think Moon Knight has released today, hasn't it?
Ryan, you can't put that.
Brother. Oh wait, I have it muted. So
that's why I said stop.
Hey Siri, stop
playing that music.
DMCA'd.
Did you hear what I said?
Goodness.
No.
Moon Knight has come out today.
It is, yeah. The first episode came out last night at like 3 a.m.
I need to watch it. I'm very excited to watch it.
I'm gonna watch it right after this while I eat dinner.
We'll watch it at some point.
It's a good shot.
We're playing Rocket League.
I have to eat dinner still.
Oh my god!
Someone didn't stop the recording of the podcast to eat dinner.
Yeah, honest to God, Ryan.
I had dinner made for me. I was just being polite.
Nobody loves you.
Sounds like you're just being a little bitch.
Say that to the person who made dinner for me. And Robbie, suck my nads.
Hey, by the way, so Robbie, I texted this in our family group chat, but today for one of my classes, I had to go to a financial success seminar entitled "Maximizing Your Financial Success," and one of the things that the lady said was that you should try to stay on, or like you shouldn't try to, but like if they're willing, you should ask your parents to stay on their healthcare until they're like 20, until you're 26 or whatever. And I was like, hey, Dad, I was told to stay on your healthcare until I'm 26, so eat that.
I'm still on my mom's healthcare. I just pay her for it every month.
No, she meant like they cover the payments too.
Oh yeah, that's not.
Yeah, that's a dub.
What a
load.
My mom, like my parents' health insurance is much better than like what I would get at my company, so that's why I stayed on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have no idea if that'll fly for me, and the answer is probably not.
Probably not. Yeah. Do you guys have anything else, or do you guys want to get into the tier list?
I'm trying to think. Baseball starting to get started. I don't.
Been some weird scores.
Yeah, the Rangers won like 25-10.
25 to yeah, it was ridiculous. I was like, is this a football game?
I saw the Guardians pop up for a score. That really threw me off. I'm not used to that yet.
It was, the 25-10 one was against the Guardians. It was the Rangers versus the Guardians.
Today, the Cardinals beat the Nats 29-8.
Oh,
so
what
I have
is
absolutely
happening?
no idea what's going on.
Is the lockout gonna like affect pitchers somehow? That
I don't know.
I don't know. That's really interesting.
I distinctly remember certain games that scored in the 20s, and having like two in like opening week is wild.
I know the Players Association was concerned that like because there's a shorter spring, that pitchers would get hurt more often, and they're bringing back the extra innings rule where they put someone on second base to make the games shorter because they were worried about pitchers' arms going out. So I mean, I don't know if maybe that's having an effect in spring training too, that they didn't get there as early and they didn't get to like get going. Then now you're seeing these 20-run games. I have no idea, but something to keep an eye on.
Real quick, Connor, the rule change.
I was literally just thinking that. I was just thinking that. But also, before we say that, the White Sox beat the Rangers 7-0 with five runs scored in the bottom of the seventh. So
nice.
Pain.
The Rangers are 6-5 though. So, not as bad as you. The rule change.
May or may not have a future on the White Sox winning the AL. But continue.
You do. You and the Dodgers.
The Dodgers winning the World Series. Both of those were boosts, so I had to bet on it.
So this will be our last.
Whoever listens to this podcast think I have an actual gambling addiction.
You
just run
do.
That back.
No, you do.
I haven't lost any money.
They were boosts, so I had to bet on it. Anyways,
I have not lost any money. I'm just gonna put that out there. I am big up gambling.
True.
So.
This is gonna be my last sports thing. Well, actually not, because our tier list is sports based, but sort of. But the NFL has come out with an overtime rule change because there's so many complaints with the format of overtime being that usually only one team gets a possession. The NFL has now changed it to where both teams are ensured a possession in overtime only in the postseason though. So this does not take place in the regular season. It's each team gets a chance to score the ball essentially only in overtime. So it's a little more like the college rules, but I guess they just don't want to make it identical to the NCAA. So it is very nice to see. One of my friends was like, oh, so the Bills are winning the Super Bowl then. I was like, okay, maybe.
He said that like the Bills were going to stop Mahomes if he got the ball back a second time. Like they were still going to go down the field.
Yeah, no, I fully believe. Yeah.
I think it's a good rule change. I think when the overtime rules were probably initially put in, like you were used to defenses getting stops, but now like you're not stopping Patrick Mahomes. Like, I mean, I guess he did get stopped, so I'm actually kind of talking out my ass. But there's just some games that I think you need both teams to touch the ball. And that Chiefs-Bills game is definitely the prime example. Yep. Chiefs-Patriots in the AFC Championship a couple years ago, another great example. I think it was a needed rule change. I did kind of like the Titans proposal. Did y'all see that one?
I did too. Yep, that was
that you could go for 2 points and win the game. So it's like a gamble, right? Like you can win the game, but if you don't get it, then they just need to touch that extra point to win. I kind of like that one, but then people were like, well, then you don't fix the problem of both teams not getting the ball, which I get, but I thought it was interesting. So
agreed. I still want to see that. Like I know it would never work, but I still want to see like a test game where teams are only allowed a certain number of punts. I just want to see how it would work. I want to see how much it would change, like this, like the strategy and stuff.
That'd be really entertaining. Is that something they're gonna like try out in the XFL or something? They should.
That would be sick. Agreed. All right. Well, we can now get into the tier list, and for the tier list this week, it's going to be 1990s NBA logos as requested by Mr. Robbie Bergstone here. Robbie, explain to the viewers why you wanted to do this list. I get it pulled
the
up.
90s NBA uniforms and logos are just by far and away the best uniform era of any sport in ever. And for a while, Ryan and I like to buy random jerseys off the internet for way too cheap.
What do you mean for a while?
Still like to buy random jerseys off the internet for way too cheap. And so these are definitely some of our favorites. That Grizzlies logo is the front page. That is maybe my favorite one, but we won't spoil the whole thing. But that is why I wanted to do this tier list. Oh, these are such good logos. I just like opened it up.
Good.
Oh, elite to say the least.
Indeed. 1 second, hold on.
That Pistons one, bro. The Pistons
goes so hard.
The Jazz. The
all I can think of is like Grant Hill with that Pistons logo. That's all I can think of.
I don't go to enough parties to actually like use these.
I don't go to enough parties where like it's okay for me as a 23-year-old man to wear a jersey. But
yeah, I was about to say, Ryan, that was kind of a weird.
No, but like I feel like in college it's like fine, but like if I roll up to a party in a jersey, they're gonna be like, who's this guy?
I keep forgetting that my 24-year-old brother's in college still.
Yeah, you bum.
So these are mostly in order, so I was able to get these mostly in order. So we're going to go, and like I said, some of these obviously there are a few selections. There was one New York Knicks one. There was like an alternate one in '94 they used that I wasn't able to get on here. And there was another alternate one that one team used for a year, but I didn't think those really counted anyways. So we're going to start with the first 76ers one. Obviously, it looks a little bit like the modern day Sixers.
Yeah. I was going to say similar. New one better. I think the new one's better.
So it's also
tiers, the worst of the two 76ers logos on there.
Yeah. So the tiers for the listeners are: top is Bring It Back, second is Holy Heat, third is Can't Appreciate It, fourth is New One Better, fifth is Fire the Designer, and we will try to explain these as best as possible, obviously, for those of you that are listening on, only audio. So the first one is very similar to the 76ers logo, maybe not as refined.
Yeah, it's pretty identical. New One Better. I have no reason to
There's no reason to put that any higher. So
yeah,
fair enough. We got the I think people identify this one with AI a lot. We got kind of
the AI 76ers.
The AI 76ers logo, where though it's like a I don't know how to describe this. The ball's going through it. If you know, essentially, you know what we're talking about.
It's a gold script 76ers with a red star in the top left with the basketball going across the bottom horizontally of the design.
Well, Ryan will be our explainer from now on out.
Yeah, that was much better.
Thank you.
It's a nostalgic logo, but like, is it as good as some of the other ones on this list? Like, definitely not.
No,
it does not crack the top 10.
I would say I can appreciate it. I think it's a good logo.
Can appreciate it. Yep,
but it's not really doing anything for me other than the nostalgia of AI.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna put it in. Can't appreciate it. Next, we move on to Atlanta. This is the one where the Hawks holding the ball. And for some reason I identify this one with Joe Johnson. I have no idea why, but I think it's Joe Johnson.
It's the angry Hawk holding the ball.
This one is sick. I think this one looks sick.
I think it's some heat. Yeah,
this one's holy heat. Yeah.
I would say this is probably at the bottom of Holy Heat, just knowing what we have coming up.
Yeah, I agree. All
right, we'll and then we got the Hawks one that looks a little more like the modern day. That's kind of
this
just
is
like
pretty much the modern. I would put it down with that 76ers one that basically also.
Oh, I don't know. I would put. Oh yeah. That's what. Yeah. The new one better. All right. Now we got the Milwaukee Bucks one with the purple background as opposed to.
This is when the Bucks were ass.
Yeah, but terrible.
But the logo is sick.
The logo's pretty good. It is pretty good.
I would put in the same tier as that Hawks one.
I have no shot.
Ooh. Really? I like the Bucks.
I gotta go with Ryan. I would put it like at the top of Can't Appreciate It.
There's no way it's above the 76ers in my book.
All right. Oh, okay.
Oh, we have a disagreement. Robbie, wait, no, Robbie agreed with me.
Yeah, I agree with you, Connor. I think it should be towards the top.
Yeah, maybe you should.
Finally, not me being told to F off and what it was Ryan this time.
And now we got the
Fire.
Kareem Oscar Robertson old ass Bucks logo.
This is not the 90s. What is this, Connor?
No, that one lasted to like 92. It was like 76 to 92 or something.
That one's bad.
Yeah,
I'm looking it up.
I'm pretty sure.
Can we fire the designer on this one?
It's not good. It looks like Rudolph.
I feel like there's not that many on this list that are bad. I feel like something has to be in fire the designer.
From 1968 to 1992.
Yeah.
It took
See, I said
long
it. Yeah, 92.
Because of that, and fire the designer.
Yeah, fire the designer for sure.
3 years for that.
If it was just in the 60s, I would have let it slide.
Nah, it's 68 to 92.
That's wild.
Yeah. Next, we got the Cavs one. Ryan, explain this one for us, please.
So this is orange script Cavs.
Like creamsicle Cavs.
Yeah,
they used to have like a different color.
The C and A they're all connected, and then the V is shaped like a basketball goal with a like ball going in. It has like a little net design inside of the V. It's pretty cool. I will say that it's not bad.
I don't mind.
I'd put in the Can't Appreciate it towards the bottom. I think the Bucks and the Sixers logo is better.
Yep, agree. All right, then that second one is also the older 90s Cavs one.
That looks like a generic, like I'm going to an AAU tournament. That's the one they used for the AAU tournament logo.
I've never seen that.
Oh, I haven't either. I didn't either until I looked up the 90s ones.
It's also not, like I said, it looks like the most generic thing on the face
it's pretty
of the planet.
bad.
I don't think it's very good.
Fire designer.
Fire.
Yeah, I have no idea. Who is that team? I have no idea.
It's just
that's an awful logo.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. All right,
I
now we got
maybe the Heat. I have no idea who that would have been.
Now we got the Clippers one that basically lasted almost through Lob City. That one was there. It was in LA for a minute.
No, it was still Lob City.
Yeah,
they definitely had Lob City.
I remember seeing Griffin in that.
Yep.
So that logo lasted for 20, 30, 20 years.
Like I want to put in the new one better, but like their new logo sucks. So,
yeah, it's not great.
I would say Can't Appreciate. Like it's not a bad logo, but it's not. I think it's still better than their new one.
Okay. All right. We'll put it like
that would be where I would
put it at the very bottom.
They hardly changed anything.
Yeah, the Clippers didn't change like anything.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna move on to the.
Sorry, you can go and move that up to the top there.
Sorry, Ryan, keep going before we.
Where do we put the Clippers? I'm sorry.
At the end of Can't Appreciate.
The back end of Can't Appreciate. Yeah. It's not terrible.
But it's definitely better than their new one.
Yeah,
the
Memphis, the
Vancouver / Memphis Grizzlies.
Put that in the top.
Oh my god!
We don't even have to discuss that.
When they brought
such a good logo.
Dude, when they brought back the throwbacks with Jaw in one of those throwback jerseys, looks so clean. I was like, oh,
I had a Jaw Morant Vancouver Grizzlies jersey
so
in my cart at one point in my life.
So clean.
I was prepared to drop like $120 on that jersey because it is so clean.
Yeah,
that's sick.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, it's a massive grizzly bear attacking a basketball essentially with the Grizzlies.
He's looking you dead in the face.
Yeah,
he's gonna cross you over. He's got the step.
That's actually exactly what I look like playing basketball. I look the exact same way. Yeah.
All right, now we're gonna move on to the next one, which is keep in mind this is technically the New Orleans Pelicans now, but this was before that in the New Orleans Hornets.
No, we adopted back all of the old Charlotte Hornets like legacy stuff. So like the Charlotte Hornets is one franchise. And the New
is it now?
Oh,
okay.
Yep.
Well, because technically this was under the New Orleans stuff, but I guess we're gonna go Charlotte.
So anything that was in New Orleans is one franchise. Anything that was in Charlotte is another. So like we got the Bobcats, the old Hornets, and the new Hornets, and then they have the New Orleans Hornets and the Pelicans. Those are two like separate franchises.
I like the Hornet dribbling the basketball. I think it looks pretty clean.
It's heat.
It's heat. Holy heat. Yeah.
I would put it towards the top of Heat. But
is it above the Hawks one?
I would put it above the Hawks. I think the colors are better. The purple and teal goes hard.
I'll lob that to Rob for the homer.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give it.
We'll some of the like Hornets gear you can get with the purple and teal, so good.
Bro,
I agree.
Put that Jazz one in the top. That with the mountains, the ice hunt, dude, that is so clean. The John Stockton, Karl Malone.
That is quintessential 90s.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
It's got like the word art look to it.
Like color palette. Oh, yeah.
It looks like some word art you'd put together in like Microsoft Word. And that's what I want.
The purple fading into the ice blue. I think that looks sick in the middle of the letters. Good. All right, now we got a bummy Kings logo. I'm not really a fan of the red and blue, to be completely honest. I don't like it. I don't really like the red and blue. I guess it's better than the.
I don't think it's that bad.
I don't think it's that bad.
I wouldn't put it in Fire the Designer, but I wouldn't put it much ahead of that.
Yeah.
Well, let me take a gander. So this is 85 to 94.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I was a little harsh at first. It's not that bad.
Do you think the new one's better? Like the one next to it?
Well, that one's like a bad version, or that one was like 2008 to 2015 or something.
That one was like white chocolate.
That's Chris Webber.
Yeah.
Chris Webber, Mike Bibby,
like
white chocolate.
I don't know. What do we?
I don't like all their logos.
Yeah, I agree. I actually agree. Oh, it was.
I think the purple one's better than the red and blue one.
Okay.
I think they're all.
We should put them in a new one better.
Sure.
Okay, we're gonna put both of them.
I'd say both of them, and yep.
I'm fine with that.
All right, now we got the literally the Knicks with the Knicks, and then just a basketball.
Get them out. So for
that's fired.
That's
people on Spotify and Google Podcast. It's essentially like a really poorly shaded basketball, right? You have no idea where the light source is coming from, and it looks like it was drawn by a toddler. And then the words. And then just Knicks. In like the orange and blue font, but it's not like a really good looking font, and and the shading doesn't go with what they shaded the basketball with. So it's...
for all of our engineers out there, it looked like something that Ryan and I would design in SolidWorks, and then not know how to turn on the proper lights to actually have your model light up. That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah.
Great description, Rob. We appreciate the analogy there.
Yeah.
Next one we have the old. We have the old Dallas Mavericks logo with a green basketball and a blue M in the middle with a white cowboy hat.
Like bring it back. Let's bring it. That's to the top. That's a great one.
Oh no, I like the new one. I like the new one.
I like the Mavs logo.
I like the new one. We'll put it in Heat. It's good. I'll give it. Yeah, it's very good. I would put it below the Atlanta one, but I put it in Heat.
Okay, so these are the back of Holy Heat for right now.
Yeah. All right, now we got the Dr. J Nets logo with the blue, red, and white.
I'm on the fence with these.
I like it. I like the blue, red, and white Nets.
I do. One. I like the blue one too. I like the first one better than the second one.
Yeah, by a mile. It's not even close for me. The new Nets one is way better than the old I think of Darren Williams when I think of I
think of Jason Kidd.
Yeah, or Vince for a little bit.
Yes, this is just the Nets logo. It's red, white, and blue, kind of shaded in.
Basketball with Nets on top.
So this one's like straight at you, and then the new one, or I guess the mid 2000s one, is like oriented like at a 45-degree angle,
and it's got like a ring around it. Yeah, I guess it's going through the hoop.
I like the going through the hoop one better than the.
Oh, I disagree with that.
The dreamsicle one.
I like the dreamsicle one.
We put them both in the middle, I guess. Then
I would put them in both. Can't appreciate it. I don't think either of them are bad. I just think the red, white, and blue one's better.
All right, so we're gonna do that. All right, we got the old Denver Nuggets one, the mountains, but it's the worst color palette, I'd say. Than
the new one's better. Like there's the logo now is pretty similar and it's better.
Agreed.
So
no, the logo that you're thinking of, they don't do that.
That was mellow. Yeah, that's mellow.
Yeah. They do They have the one that's like basically like the miners, like Nuggets, essentially. Golden.
That's still better than this.
This
red
is the worst.
Does not work. The red does not work.
Yeah,
I can't believe you didn't put the mid 70s Nuggets logo on here.
It's supposed to be the 90s.
It's the 90s.
Oh well, here we are.
was instructed to do the 90s look. And now
that was my specific instruction was the 90s.
And I don't mind the rainbow nuggets one.
I like
don't
the rainbow
mind
ones. I like the rainbow ones.
I think it's pretty good, if I'm being honest.
I don't know if I'd put it in heat, but it's
I can't appreciate
Can't
it.
appreciate it. Yeah. Can't appreciate it. Put it like right in the middle. All right, we have the old, I think, a Steve Nash, Mari Sotomayor, Phoenix Suns logo.
Fastest 12 seconds or whatever.
Yeah.
It's good. I like it a lot. I honestly, if it was up to me, I'd put it in heat. I actually
agree
good.
with Connor. I really like this logo.
It's just really clean. It's a very good, clean look. All right, we'll put it in heat. We got the not the one you're gonna be thinking of, listeners, but the Detroit Pistons one that looks basically like the one nowadays.
It's the one they have now.
Yeah,
I think it's another.
It's the CBS logo.
Yeah, it's a CBS logo with the Detroit Pistons in the middle. It really is.
Nothing to write home about.
Yeah, just because it's like slightly unrefined, I'd put it in a new one better, just because. Like,
yeah, I agree.
And
no, this doesn't do anything for me.
Oh, Ryan saying
Ryan fired the designers?
How does this look like a piston? Not like the next one looks any more like a piston than this one, but
yeah. There's no pistons present in any. I mean,
yeah. So we put it in the. You want to put it in the bottom?
Let's put it in fire.
Let's throw it in. Let's throw it in there.
To write home about.
And now we have the one that you guys have been waiting for. It's
the Grant Hill Pistons logo with the black horse.
Oh, it's so good.
Exhaust and
Again, if you look at the color palettes we have at the Bring It Back.
Yeah, they're like all the same. Yeah,
they're really similar.
The same because they're so good.
They're really similar.
What do you guys? Do you think Grizzlies or Pistons are the GOAT?
I like the Grizzlies better, but
wait, we haven't talked about the Raptors yet. That one's
hot take.
Oh God,
that Rockets is top.
The Rockets is fire too.
The Rockets.
All right, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Hold on.
Team Rockets jersey goes stupid.
All right, we're gonna get there. Now we have a weird looking Blazers one that was
I think an underrated.
Really?
This is a really solid one. I like this one.
100% in agreement with Robbie.
I'm not a huge fan.
I think it's a really underrated one.
Yes, I'm putting this one in heat.
I am as well.
Ooh, I would put it in can't appreciate, but bottom end of heat then.
That's fine.
All right, we have the other.
I think it's the worst of the ones we have in heat right now, but I think it's better than any of them in can't appreciate.
I would put it tied with the Suns, but that's just a
Hap.
IMO.
We have so we have the Blazers one that basically looks the same, but it has the word Blazers next to it. It's basically the same.
Just put it in new one better because the other one's way better than that.
Yeah, it is. Now we have another one of the GOATs. Another one of the GOATs, the Raptors one, the red dinosaur with the purple background. And
we definitely, when we get to the end, let's break down these ones in the top tier and come up with our favorite.
Dude, Ryan's so right. The color palettes are so similar.
Yeah, they're all the same. It's all teal and purple.
And props to the Raptors. Their new logo, I do like it. I do think the logo is good. It's just the one they came from was
so good.
You also got to give props to the fact that they were able to make red and purple work together.
Yeah,
like that doesn't usually work together. That's pretty impressive. And now we got both of these are kind of Hakeem, but like the first Rockets logo with the yellow in the middle and then the red around the edges, and then the black text. Where we putting that one? Can't appreciate it.
I can't appreciate it. It's not a bad logo, but it's nothing special.
Now
I'd put that new one better.
Ooh, I don't even think that. We'll put it at the bottom of.
Yeah, I put it at the very bottom of can't appreciate it.
All right, now we got the Rockets with the actual Rocket. This is like Steve
Purple
Francis Yaume. Yeah, it's pretty damn good. That one is pretty damn good. Wow. All right, and now we are moving on to a team that is now known as the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Seattle Supersonics. This is the one with the city skyline under the word, above the word Seattle Supersonics.
This one is absurdly mid. Absurdly mid logo.
All right, put it right in the middle. Just put it right in the middle.
Yeah, put it right in the middle. It's fine. It is what it is.
Now we have the Gary Payton Seattle SuperSonics with the actual S and the white and the yellow and green.
I would put it in. I put it in the above that and can't appreciate. I don't think it's heat though.
Oh,
it's better than it's better than the last one, but I think it's in can't appreciate it.
All right, we'll put it in can't appreciate it then. We'll put it we'll put it there. Now we have the, as Robbie likes to say, the Fiesta Spurs logo on the 90s. David Robinson.
Heat. That's a Heat logo.
This one is pretty. I like it. Oh, Ryan doesn't like it.
No, is it Heat?
It's Heat, bro. It's Heat. I've already put it in Heat.
I mean, it's the best of the Spurs logos.
It's Heat. Heat.
It's good.
It's just got some fucking like watercolor behind it.
I don't care.
Okay. All right. I'm being outvoted on this one.
Have you seen their uniforms like use those colors?
Yeah, dude, the uniforms are sick. I will give them that. It's the same thing as like the Miami Vice ones. When they use the colors correctly on the uniforms, they look insane.
Now this jersey
goes
the Kevin Love Minnesota Timberwolves.
No,
the KG.
Oh
yeah.
This
is definitely KG.
Yeah.
This one is, I would say, bring it back. It might be a hot take.
I agree. I love that one.
No, I'm with that. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I think that one goes hard.
I think that's the biggest sleeper in bringing it back is that Timberwolves.
Yeah.
The other ones are relatively mainstream.
I actually like the other one too.
I like the Wolf one too. Yeah. I like this like basketball Wolf one.
I would say Heat.
I think it's Heat. Yeah, I think the Timberwolves have actually done well.
Look at the T-Wolves.
Look at the yeah. Who would have thought the T-Wolves would have been good logos, good designers apparently.
Oh, I just lost all of my progress. I'm putting that together. That's fine. All right.
Now we have the Golden State Warriors with the basketball, and then the state of California on the left side.
The next one's so much better.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah. Okay, I'm about to have a hot take when we get to that one, but this first one, where are we putting it?
It's because Monta Ellis hurt you as a child, isn't it? That's why.
No, I don't have anything.
That's why. I know what it is.
No, you're right.
So that the first one, I would say new one better.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know y'all
they've done something similar to that one recently, and it's a lot better than that.
Bro, I know y'all like it. I don't like this Warriors logo.
Oh
I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's a gray logo.
I don't like it. I know it's. I just think people like it because it's nostalgic. I don't think people actually like it that much.
No, it's a sick logo. The uniforms are sick too.
The uniforms
for everyone. You got the basketball background, and then you got the Warriors text, kind of moving left to right at like I wouldn't say 45-degree angle, but like a 30-degree angle. You got this blue muscular figure holding a like lightning bolt, I think.
Yeah,
is it
about to go to war?
Oh yeah.
He's in war mode for sure.
Is that supposed to be like Zeus or something? What is that? What is?
I don't know. He's a warrior, bro.
He's a warrior.
I get. Well, okay. Where y'all put it? Would you put that in Heat? I'm assuming. I'm not. I will not put it in. Bring it back. Okay, I was like,
no, I can't.
I would decide. Yeah, I would put it in Heat, not bring it back.
I would say top of Bring It or Holy Heat.
I agree.
Oh, I don't like that.
Well, you know,
I'd put it towards the top. I'm not sure. I think there's some in Holy Heat I would put above this, but it's towards the top.
And I think this next one is Fire the Designer. I think this Wizards logo is atrocious. Yes.
I can get up.
Oh, Robbie's not happy about it. Did you see Robbie's face?
I like this logo.
No shot, Robbie.
I really do.
The color pattern is terrible, or the palette is terrible.
Dude, I just like that he's like, I don't know, he's like stretched out and like hanging. I don't know what he's doing.
The red, blue, and white one was so much better.
But he's kind of fresh.
No, he's not.
This logo's ass.
This logo's ass. This logo's so bad. This goes in
this logo goes hard. We gotta zoom in on this one. Hold on.
Oh my god. This logo does not go hard.
No, it goes so hard.
The Wizards kind of have some ass logo.
The Wizards do have ass logo. The new one is just a basketball.
This is that Agent Zero. Gilbert Arenas.
Gilbert Arenas go stupid, but like I don't know.
Come on, man. Hold
on. No, I mean this is terrible.
I love screen. Like this is gonna convince us as we're looking at the exact.
Bro, look at that logo. That's sick. He's got
Robbie. What are you talking about?
With the basketball behind him, he's like bringing it around. That's
looks
so
like
cool.
fucking.
Robbie, what are you talking about?
I like this logo.
New one better.
Yeah, I fully agree with Ryan.
Disagree, but I'm definitely overruled on this one. So
all right, and you can't see the full of it on my screen, but it's the Washington Bullets when they were known as the Bullets in the early '90s. I don't mind this one. I don't think this one's that bad. I think it's the bottom. I can't appreciate it.
Wizard one is better.
Yeah, that's so cap. All right, I guess we'll put it in.
Now I'm trying to think.
Now we have to order the top tier within the tier.
That's.
Right, I lost the top tier. So what do we have?
All right. So we have Vancouver/Memphis Grizzlies, the Detroit Pistons with the horse, the Utah Jazz with the mountains, the Raptors with the raptor, the Rockets with the rocket going around it, and then the Timberwolves with the actual Timberwolf and the trees next to them.
I'm leaving the Grizzlies at the top, but I'm open to debate there.
I don't mind that. I like all these almost equally, dude. Yeah, this one's crazy hard. we're not gonna do all of them within the tiers, but we have to do this top one. We have to rank 1, 2.
I'm gonna
3,
leave the
4, 5.
Timberwolves at bottom.
Yeah, I'm okay with that,
dude. Okay, so I was overruled, but honestly, I'd probably put the Rockets one below the Timberwolves one.
I would put the Timberwolves, then the Rockets.
I would do the opposite. I would put the Rockets and the Timberwolves.
All right, Ryan, do you agree those are at the bottom?
Timberwolves and Rockets.
Okay, we'll put the Timberwolves and then the Rockets. This is where it gets awful. These four are so good. Shoot.
Grizzlies, Raptors, Pistons, Jazz.
It's for 1 to 4.
Mm-hmm.
I would put the Jazz next just because I like the little animated characters. Like the Grizzly and the Raptor.
I see what you're saying. Oh, I just think the Jazz one is so clean. Okay, so wait, you said Grizzlies, Raptors, Pistons, Jazz?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can live with that.
Bro, some of the alt jerseys for the Jazz go stupid.
Oh my god,
they're so good,
dude! Like I said, the Jazz have the best. I don't know if this is gonna make any sense. The Jazz have the best like fade in colors in their jerseys, where like purple fades into white. Or I think some of those look sick when they do the throwback stuff.
Oh my god! Do you see the alternate 2001-2002 Grizzlies logo?
No.
Share the screen, bro.
That goes so
god
hard.
Dang, bro. Yeah, okay, there we go. Hopefully my stuff catches. Yo, that is kind of hard.
Look at that.
Oh, that's so sick.
That is actually kind of hard.
What?
Look at those. The whole paw grabbing the ball and stuff.
That is actually
that goes wild. And here's some of the Jazz ones. The little mountain right there on top of the ball.
That's my favorite
snowflake
one.
Ain't bad.
The snowflake is too.
Snowflake's kind of clean.
Yeah, where's some of these Raptor ones? I was looking at them. Like this, see, the Timberwolves really have some pretty decent.
The T-Wolves are the T-Wolves are lit.
Like I'm all for that. And then where's the two? So like I like this, and they made that work.
Yeah, they just changed the colors.
Like, look at that.
Yeah, dude, the 95-96 one. I didn't even see that one's sick.
Ryan Cat already has 7 rebounds in the second quarter.
Oh,
odd, we're surgical.
It's all looking pretty good so far. All of them that have tipped are in good shape.
That's what everyone says, Robbie. All right, we've been recording for about an hour 20. Ryan, you want to sign us off, sir?
Yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this other rendition of the Bros in the Berg podcast. If you did, please comment, please share, please like wherever you do watch and ingest these podcasts. But
if Ryan and I's parlay hit the kid was on this episode, this will be the last episode of the Bros in the Berg podcast.
Unfortunate.
So,
I should be doing it for myself, I guess.
It's just gonna be the Connor Doyle podcast with special guests.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Let us know if you guys want to see us stream at some point in the future. We might have to hit that up. We obviously already did we did the quiz show stream. It got really good reception, to be completely honest. So one of our highest viewed videos. So we might have to bring that back at some point.
Absolutely. I have friends clamoring to be on the podcast.
Oh,
we're definitely gonna have to get some.
We need to get guests in.
Yeah.
But please follow all of our socials at the Bros in the Berg, whether it be on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok.
What a plug.
Follow. We should probably put our socials in.
I think I did. I put it in the description.
Okay. Awesome. So yeah, I think that wraps it up. This is for myself, Ryan, Connor, and Robbie. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you on the next one.
Please gamble responsibly.